Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of March for the Sun or the Ascendant. As ever, I'm going to give you the standout features to look out for, and of course there are two massive ones this week with Saturn's arrival in the sign of Pisces. But please stay with me because I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs from Aries through to Pisces in forensic detail. But this introduction gives you a perspective of what we're collectively going to experience this week. And of course, the standout is the arrival of Saturn in Pisces. But this coincides with the full moon in the sign of Virgo. Each year, the Virgo full moon asks us to balance the more perceptive, emotional and spiritual dimension of the Sun in the sign of Pisces with the more practical and physical plane of Virgo. So if we're investing too much time and energy in really speculating about what we would like, Pisces, but not taking the action to go through the processes, Virgo, then that is going to create a degree of inertia. So getting an attunement between the physical and the spiritual planes is the key to the next 2 weeks. But Mars is pretty close to a T-square between the 2 points. So I think it's possible that some secrets and information can spill out into the open and in quite an abrasive way. Mars, of course, is a very impatient influence, particularly in the sign of Gemini, which is to do with words, messages, communication. So Pisces being in the 12th house is more to do with secrets. So anything to do with work or health, I feel that there will be information coming into the public domain over the next 2 weeks that could cause some shocks. But also, Uranus is in the mix on this particular full moon, encouraging us to look at things in a fresh and different way. And in fact, later this week, it's Mercury's turn in the sign of Pisces to link in a very productive way with Uranus. So if we use the energy of Pisces to listen to our intuition, but take action in a more grounded, earthy way through the guise of the moon in Virgo or Uranus in Taurus, that's how we're going to make the most of this week. Now, if you're a returning viewer to my channel, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new here, it's great to have you with us. Please comment and interact. I do interact with all comments that are made. This is very much a community, and please like and subscribe. So Aquarius, your week commencing the 6th of March forecast sees your co-ruler move into house 2. So the next 2.5 years in 2 stages are going to ask you to review your values, because that's what house 2 relates to. It's also to do with our foundations. It can be to do with everyday money, of course, and the things we appreciate. And Saturn usually wants something in order to give us something, and what it wants is application and graft. So there could be some kind of income stream that you have had in the past that may go through some changes, but this full moon comes at an opportune time because it's in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is very much to do with refinement. So as you make your longer term financial plan, there may be some small but several small changes that you can make that actually help the longer term outcome to actually stack up in a way which really works for you. The thing is, Mars is in a very revolutionary relationship to this particular full moon, and is seeing you perhaps in the mood actually to splash out, particularly in its right angle with Neptune. If you do find yourself drawn towards a product or a person, I don't think this is the best of weeks to be over generous or over optimistic about what the benefits would be. So if there is an item that really catches your imagination, ask this simple question: what will its practical worth be? Because I think that's going to be part of the story of Saturn moving through your second solar house. But having said that, both the Sun and Mercury are in that second house too, and they actually forge a sparkling alliance to your modern ruler. So this would be a great week to declutter, to get rid of stuff that you no longer use. If you can make some money from it, I think that's going to make you feel better, but also I think it's going to create an energetic change. Having more space. Space is important for Aquarius folks, so you're needing to find the space, perhaps create some income, be very realistic about your resources, but Mars is tempting and pushing you perhaps to be more spontaneous in the moment. It's an intriguing time, but the one aspect I haven't told you about is Venus is linked to Mars. So there could be one conversation this week which really sets your pulse a-racing. And it could be that you're just going to connect to someone socially that you really like, and their values seem to mesh with yours. But if you are looking to sign a deal or a contract, just be hyper aware of the role of Neptune, because Neptune can distort our reality, even if we think we've got all the information at our fingertips. And that's where Saturn can be such an ace in the pack, because it can help you to scrutinize the details in a very step-by-step, systematic and grounded way. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care and goodbye for now.